Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cricket Castaway. So, we are here, your friends Nishant and Divyansh, and we are going to review the week three of the IPL that has just gone by. And what a spectacle it was, full of exciting matches and a lot of stories that have been emerging. Hi, Divyansh, how are you? And how has your week been till now?
Yeah, it's really great, and to look at the matches, it was a tremendous up and down that was going. But at the end, if we see the points table, does not tell you the true story. But yeah, the matches were really a treat to watch out, and it was really great. And starting from this match that I watched on Saturday, Rajasthan versus RCB in the home ground of Rajasthan. Uh, my God, what a match it was! Seeing Kohli score
No,
100 after so much time, it was a treat to watch.
yeah, but yeah, it wasn't in the winning cause. Yeah, we're gonna get to the matches in a jiffy. Divyansh, you are by the way in Rajasthan right now. Rajasthan
Yes,
is at the top of the table. तो स्टेट के अंदर तो काफी एक्साइटमेंट होगा इस टाइम पे.
definitely, lot of supporting crowd. So I've been to Udaipur. Now I am right now in Kota. So lot of cheering and lot of support for the Rajasthan side, and also the supporters of Rajasthan are getting a fair share of uh, best of both worlds. We can say, like seeing their favorite stars perform in Jaipur, but in the end Rajasthan emerging as winners, so they are getting the best of both worlds. So yeah, really
Yeah.
great atmosphere here, and especially on the weekends, a lot of crowd coming in, different restaurants, in fact public gatherings, and they are really indulging in watching it together in big numbers.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. So I think since we're talking about Rajasthan, let's discuss the game versus RCB versus Rajasthan. One is sitting pretty at the top of the table, and other languishing in the dungeons of the bottom of the table. As we talked last week in our preview for this week, ये वाला जो वीक होने वाला था विथ ऑल द मैचेस दैट वर हैपनिंग, धीरे धीरे हमें आइडिया लगने वाला था कि हाउ द टेबल्स आर गोना टर्न एंड हाउ द थिंग्स वर गोना बी क्लियरर एंड क्लियरर एज वी मूव फॉरवर्ड. आई थिंक वीक थ्री जैसे हम लोग टेस्ट मैच में डे थ्री को मूविंग डे बोलते हैं वैसे ही वीक थ्री इस बार आईपीएल का मूविंग वीक सा साबित हुआ है. इसमें
Correct.
start away talking about Rajasthan. They have made a claim to finish in the top four already. I think they already have one foot in the door with five wins out of six. They're sitting pretty on 10 points. They beat RCB comfortably in that game against RCB. With Josh Butler coming back to form and scoring 100. This game was last Saturday. How did you think that game went, and what were the key takeaways for you from this game?
Yeah, so it was long awaited from the Rajasthan side that one of their openers had to come back in form and had to make their mark. So it was on the expected lines. It was just a question, which one would be first to come back roaring. So it was Josh Butler this time. So yes, we also know that. SMS Stadium, Jaipur, has been one of his favorite grounds since he joined the team of Rajasthan Royals. So that was more or less on the expected lines, but it makes it more special. It came at a time when it was really needed for Rajasthan, because in the face of Kohli's century, and it was a really good score. I would say it above par score to chase at the Savai Mansingh Stadium, Jaipur, and someone had to put their hands up from the top order, and Joss Butler came good for Rajasthan finally, and this marks a good streak again for Rajasthan going forward in the tournament. So yeah, it was great to watch.
या आई थिंक हम लोग लास्ट वीक भी यही बात कर रहे थे कि मिडिल ऑर्डर फॉर राजस्थान स्पेशली संजू सैमसन एंड रियान पराग हैव बीन परफॉर्मिंग रियली वेल दिस
Correct.
टूर्नामेंट हर मैच में काफ़ी अच्छे रन आए हैं उनकी तरफ से लेकिन ओपनिंग पार्टनरशिप लग नहीं पा रही थी पावर प्ले में ज़्यादा अच्छे स्कोर नहीं हो पा रहे थे जायसवाल और बटलर दोनों ही थोड़ा आउट ऑफ फॉर्म दिख रहे थे सो इट वाज इम्पोर्टेंट for both of them to come good in this week, but if not both, at least one of them had to score big. I think Josh Butler is game mein, he started a bit slow, which is I think understandable with a player who hasn't given a big score in this tournament till now. So he was, I think, a bit skeptical in the start of his innings, but जैसे जैसे the game progressed and he came out of the power play, he started coming to his own, and a century in winning cause, match winning knock. I think Rajasthan would be really happy with what Josh has done for them in this game, and it makes them really comfortable going forward.
Definitely, definitely. When you are chasing a target of close to 190, and you are uh, at a certain amount of uh, in a certain amount of pressure, when you see Yashasvi Jaiswal going out for duck, so then the onus comes upon the other opener who has been the leader in terms of run getting for Rajasthan. तो वो रोल बहुत अच्छे से जॉस बटलर ने प्ले किया है यहाँ पे. एंड इफ and to support him, again Sanju Samson came up with all of his stroke play and all of his finesse. And if there is one captain in this IPL season who is leading from the front, who is setting example, is Sanju Samson. If you see, the most consistent captain who is performing amongst all side is
Yeah.
Sanju Samson. So yeah, that was a really positive show of play from Rajasthan.
Yeah. One thing, because and it's only because of the fact कि जॉस और जायसवाल दोनों ही in the top of the order perform नहीं कर रहे थे. What has emerged out in the past 3 weeks of this IPL for specifically Rajasthan is कि पावर प्ले में इतना ज़्यादा स्कोर रन लग नहीं पा रहे हैं, लेकिन from over 6 to over 20 रन रेट सारी टीम्स में सबसे ज्यादा है ओवरऑल राजस्थान का एंड a lot most of the credit I think for this goes to the way Sanju Samson is coming in and destroying the spinners literally he
Correct.
is toying with the spinners in the middle over and Riyan Parag again having a wonderful season so far. I think number 3 and number 4 for Rajasthan look right now the best 3 and 4 in IPL.
Definitely, definitely. The only one that comes in my mind, like the role that Sanju Samson is playing for Rajasthan, Surya Kumar Yadav has just started to play for Mumbai in since the last inning. So yeah, these are the two players who are like really easing out the pressure of losing early wickets. They don't let the run rate dip down. They don't let the pressure come on the other batsmen as well. So these are two gems
Yeah,
that Mumbai and Rajasthan are lucky to have. So that's
yeah,
that's great news for Indian side for the
yeah.
upcoming T20 World Cup. Yeah,
या एक स्लाइट कंसर्न थोड़ा सा ये रहा है कि बिकॉज संजू सैमसन एंड रियान पराग बोथ हैव बीन प्लेइंग सो वेल इनके बाद की जो बैटिंग है कंसिडरिंग ध्रुव जुरेल एंड शमरन हेटमायर और रॉबमैन पावल ज्यादा बॉलिंग खेलने को मिली नहीं है इन लोगों को थ्रू आउट द ऑल द 3 weeks that have gone by till now. So I think ये एक थोड़ा सा कंसर्न रहेगा that if a situation arises, let's say that in one of the games Rajasthan lose early wickets, 3 or 4 down for let's say 60 or 70 in the first 8 overs, and it has to be then Hetmeyer and Jurel to take them through. I think that can be a tricky situation, but overall, so good. The batting is firing. The spin twin of Kuldeep and Ashwin are performing really well. और ट्रेंट बोल्ट पहले ओवर में हमेशा की तरह विकेट निकाल के दे रहे हैं पहले या दूसरे में, तो आई थिंक दैट इज द रीजन राजस्थान इज सिटिंग प्रिटी ऑन द टॉप. लास्ट सीजन भी ऐसा ही हुआ था कि शुरुआत में बहुत तेज बहुत ज्यादा पॉइंट्स अक्यूमुलेट करे थे, लेकिन उसके बाद एकदम से गाड़ी डिरेल हो गई थी. और
करेक्ट करेक्ट.
बट इस सीजन ऐसा लग नहीं रहा है. टीम ज्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट लग रही है, अश्योर्ड ऑफ देमसेल्व्स लग रहे हैं और काफी अच्छा खेलते दिख रहे हैं.
Definitely, definitely, and yes, that's just that little concern is there because some of the players have not been tested as much, like Dhruv Jurel and Shimran Hetmeyer. So if we get to see a good innings from Shimran Hetmeyer in the upcoming week, then that concern is also addressed for Rajasthan. So that's the only chink in the armor right now. Otherwise, the bowling is good. Ashwin and Chahal, especially Chahal, is leading the wicket taking charts for
Like
Rajasthan, and
always.
as usual, yeah, like always.
Yeah,
So best spinner of this IPL and so many seasons.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's working really well for Rajasthan, along with the pace duo of Trent Bolt and Andre Berger. So they are also
yeah.
breaking
Yeah.
partnerships
And
at the
Kuldeep
top.
Shan
And
has also come to the party in the recent games, and he's also bowling really well.
right,
All the bases covered. RCB looked like a shell of themselves. Again, there is only Kohli that's performing. Uh, I don't understand. Like every year, this happens to them, but this year is happening even more, and it's a lot more blatant. They just don't have the bowling to defend any target.
right. And in fact, it's the opposite situation if we see Rajasthan. So Rajasthan may the middle order is coming out to save the team when the top order is failing. Here, the top order is consistently performing. Even Faf has started hitting 30s and 40s from the last couple of matches. So Kohli and Faf are doing the heavy lifting, and in the middle order, they are not able to capitalize on the start that they are getting, and it's showing that even in this match, they could have crossed 200 very easily if Maxwell would have shown some attacking stroke play or some intent. So that was missing, and as usual, the bowling is what we can say. Like even the big experts are not able to identify where the things fall apart for RCB bowling order. Yeah, so
No,
it's
I
the
mean,
agony of so many seasons.
yeah, I mean, this is just strange because this is the 17th year of the IPL, and from the first year we are talking about the same thing with RCB. They just stack their batting and they don't pay much attention to the bowling. And इस बार auction में भी they just out and out went for all the fast bowlers they could find, and uh, whoever took the decision of letting go of Kuldeep was, I mean, he should be fired at this point of time, because you see कुलदीप ने
Chahal,
चेन्नई स्वामी में, सॉरी, चहल ने चेन्नई स्वामी में कंसिस्टेंटली विकेट निकाले थे. अब नाउ ही इज इन एसएमएस एंड वहां पे भी कंसिस्टेंटली विकेट निकाल रहे हैं. व्हेन ही retires from IPL, he'll go down as the best spinner IPL has ever seen. and that is what RCB need right now. Somebody in the middle overs to calm the situation down, take a few wickets. 190 is okay. It's not 2010, 2012 that we are talking about, where you score 190 and you're sitting pretty. Nobody's gonna chase you with the impact sub rule and everything. 190 is quite chaseable these days, but it is still a fighting total. बट
Yes.
अगर आप मिडिल ओवर में प्रेशर ही नहीं बना पा रहे हो, नोबडी इज पुटिंग हिज हैंड अप टू टेक अ विकेट. सिराज अच्छी बॉलिंग टॉप ऑफ द ऑर्डर नहीं कर रहे हैं, एक ही विकेट निकाला है अभी तक. I think RCB are done already in the week 3 of the IPL. I don't think they have any chance to qualify right now.
Yeah, it's not looking very good for uh, RCB, because if there is any team who will come emerge from the bottom four, that will be Mumbai, and they have started showing that kind of performance also. And RCB is nowhere near to their best, or uh, nowhere near to the performance that they displayed in 2016 when they reached the finals. So I don't see, like, I see that RCB would still struggle to even make it to the top half even
Yeah,
of the table,
yeah,
because
yeah.
they have not figured out the things that have been troubling them from the past 10 years, and there are same strategic mistakes that they are doing, and taking too many overseas player despite the cap of four players in a team. I don't know
But
how they decide their auction, but there is a gap. There is a huge gap.
आई थिंक विजन की क्लैरिटी और प्लानिंग की क्लैरिटी बिल्कुल नहीं है, बिकॉज मुंबई वांटेड हार्दिक पांड्या राइट इन द
Right.
ऑक्शन, बट दे डिडंट हैव द money to get Hardik Pandya at that point of time. So RCB gave them an assist by buying Cameron Green at a huge sum of money, which gave Mumbai the flexibility to then go ahead and chase Hardik Pandya. So RCB did spend a lot of money on Cameron Green, but then he sat out of a few of their games this week. So I don't understand, if you're backing and you're spending so much money on a player, how can you then not give him the time to bed into this new system? A team management is, I think, they experiment too much and they lose hope very quickly, and it's really looking dire conditions for them right now.
Yeah. It's not working out. They have to give at least 7-8 matches to a player who is one of their biggest buys in the tournament. So they panic too quickly, like we even discussed last week. They want results to come out like every second match, so that's not going to happen when you are trying to fix a team who has been not able to move to the final stages since so long. So it has to be, it cannot be an overnight change. It has to be a gradual increase in performance, or a gradual updates that are made to the squad. So you have to give players a longer rope so that they can get the confidence, get the backing, and then perform well for the team. So yeah, that's right now missing, and I don't see RCB qualifying this season as well. So
I think
cup तो नहीं हो
in the
पाएगा.
next mega auction, Kohli has a really big decision to make, because if this is how the team management is going to go ahead with this kind of a vision, I don't think there is any point for Kohli now staying if he wants to at least have one IPL title in his belt. He's the greatest batsman IPL has ever seen and the world has seen in this last era, and he deserves to have an IPL title, and he is consistently performing.
Right.
Still an orange cap holder, but the team just doesn't meet the expectation. Maxwell, Green, Patidar has played a few here and there. DK has been surprisingly good,
DK has been
but
consistent. Yeah.
yeah, but he's also, this is his last IPL, as he's already said. So
Yeah,
there are no signs of hope for RCB, and rightly sitting at the bottom of the table. I think this has been a bad and a hopeless season for them.
yeah, definitely. It's not going to work out like it did for the women's team. There is no hope for this RCB men's team. So yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
So moving on from the sadness of RCB to Mumbai Indians, who, as we always say, इंजन थोड़ा देर से गर्म होता है, लेकिन जब गर्म होता है तो क्या होता है, and that is what we are seeing with Mumbai Indians. Now they've picked up back-to-back victories against Delhi. The first match that happened on Sunday. uh, Ishan Kishan coming back to form, Rohit Sharma coming back to form, and may the flurry that Romario Shepherd gave, which gave them the impetus to reach around 234 or 235. And though Delhi did well enough to cross 200, uh, uh, they have. They have, I think, right now the most valuable cricketer on the planet in the name of Jasprit Bumrah. In a 200 to 30 kind of a game, this man comes in and delivers a 4 wicket performance for an economy rate of 5 or something crazy like that.
yeah.
That is the difference. I think Mumbai, till the time their batting keeps firing and Jasprit Bumrah keeps delivering, I think Mumbai are looking pretty right now.
Definitely, definitely. This match marked the coming back of Mumbai. Even Hardik Pandya performing good with the bat, and Rohit and Ishan from the top. They fired, and they were at their best since what I have seen in this tournament.
Yeah,
So it was a great day for Mumbai, and at their home ground, they dominated the bowling and the rightly put the push that Romario Shepherd gave them in the last, along with Tim David. It was the difference, key
yeah,
difference between the two sides,
right.
because if they were not there, it might have been a very close one, because they would have not crossed 210 if not
Yeah,
for Tim David and Romario Shepherd.
yeah.
So yeah,
I
that
think
was a great performance.
I think there's a crazy start like that. Somebody who scored more than 30 runs in an IPL. I think Romario Shepherd in the 17 years of IPL has had the best strike rate. Those last 10 balls were simply crazy. The way he took down Nokia
Yeah,
looks a shadow of his past self. I don't know what's happening with him. He's a world class bowler, but just couldn't perform in the IPL. But Mumbai looking really strong, looking really powerful as we predicted at the start of the season. Their batting lineup is just supreme, and top if top when you scoring 200 plus consistently, and then there is one bowler who is giving you wickets and going at less than run a ball in every game. That I think that there are a lot of teams who are above Mumbai in the table who will be looking down on them, thinking, no, this is the team that will be able to take our place anytime soon, because they're like a freight train. When they catch momentum, they can't apply the brakes. They just go on and
right.
on and on.
Definitely, definitely, and they are on that streak, and they will be a definite threat to teams like KKR, Lucknow, and even Chennai for the
Yeah,
position in that top four.
yeah,
So yeah, so
yeah.
right now is the time for other teams to level up their game and to be cautious whenever they are playing against Mumbai, because if they lose to this team, they won't be able to come back in the top four again. So
Yeah,
yeah, they should watch out for Mumbai. And even yeah, talking about the performance of Norkia, so yes, he is looking like a shadow of his own self from the season of 2022, where he was ruling the charts for Delhi. So I took some time out, and I read this analysis on CricBus. So there was a sports analyst who analyze the changes in action of Enric Nokia. So what has happened is, since he has come back from the injury, his action is changed a bit, and while he used to deliver from a uh, uh, higher angle before, and now he is not able to, now in the change of his stance, he is not able to deliver from that point. And also his front foot is not pointing straight, it's pointing towards the first slip. So these slight changes have caused him to not able to hit the right lens consistently as he was able to do
Yeah.
before. So that's the reason. And even a speculation was made that if he continues with this bowling action, he might very well inviting an injury again in the coming weeks. So this bowling action might get him injured again very soon. So that's an alarming
That's
situation for Delhi.
that's the thing with Nokia, right? As you said, slightly tweaked his action, but probably I'm thinking if he has done that, it's because he has been suffering a lot of injuries with his
Right.
original actions. So probably he would have had suggestions from his physios or from his bowling coach or someone to just put a bit less pressure on his ankles or on his shoulder. Probably the reason why he tweaked his action, but the pace is not there, the swing is not there, and the line again is not there. So I mean that's a big concern for Delhi. They've paid a lot of money for Nokia. Um yeah, I mean Delhi again. Blow hot, blow cold kind of a season they're having. Though positive for them is that though Mitchell Marsh has gone out of from a few matches because of injury, but Prithvi Shaw has come in and looks in good nick, scoring runs at the top, which means that even though Delhi are not winning as consistently as they want, at least they're posting a lot of good totals, which was not happening
Yes.
last season.
Yeah, definitely. So the comeback of Prithvi Shaw has been very fruitful for Delhi side, and they have also got a new player who is consistently
Ryan
performing. And
Fraser, McCurkey.
yeah, McGurky as well as Tristan Stubbs. So in this
Yeah,
match, like
Christian
he
Stubbs has
was
been awesome. Yeah,
he was kind of a lone warrior in this match. So
yeah,
71 runs on
yeah,
in 25 balls. So he gave it his all. It
yeah,
was just that he couldn't find support from the other side. If
yeah,
there has been a Romario Shepherd in the DC side as
yeah.
well, this game might have gone the other way.
Yeah, no, actually, the way Tristan Stubbs was batting, the time when Rishabh Pant came to the crease, I thought the game was in the balance. If Tristan Stubbs keeps going the way he was going, and Rishabh Pant could have just contributed like a quick fire 15 or 20, I think Delhi had a real chance. But Prithvi Shaw, sorry, Rishabh Pant just looked a bit out of touch. His feet were not moving. It was just his hands that he was using a lot of the time, which was an ugly kind of a game that he played in that time, which meant that a lot of pressure then built up on Tristan Stubbs, and by the last over, the game was just gone. Because if even
Yeah,
if they had around 20 runs to chase in the last over, I think Stubbs was in the kind of form that he could have probably got it. But 30 odd runs becomes just too much. You practically have to hit a six of every ball, and only Rinku Singh has done that.
yeah,
And that too, I don't think even Rinku is gonna do that again. So that's just lightning in a pan. But again, good fighting spirit from Delhi, and very good performance by Tristan Stubbs. I think a lot of IPL teams are gonna put their checkbooks in their hands and their money in their mouth when the mega auction comes in next season for Tristan
definitely.
Stubbs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he would be a player, a sought after player in the next mega auctions. Yes.
yeah. So I think Delhi, though they look like they are a hot and cold kind of a team right now, but still, because they have been winning a few matches, we can't. They are in the pack of teams above RCB, who still have an outside chance that if they can club in 2 or 3 wins in a row together, I think they still have a chance. So above RCB in that situation. And I think next week 4 will tell us a lot about Delhi. But going right now, they're not in the best position, but not in the worst either. So
Yeah.
I think moving on from Delhi to the Lucknow versus Gujarat game that happened, and it was a heartbreak for all of us to see Mayank Yadav limping by in that game. But overall, the game was pretty good. Though Lucknow beat Gujarat, but the game itself was very good, very competitive. Uh, De Kock played a good knock. Puran played a good knock. Their bowlers again come to the party, and also Gujarat gave a tough fight in Lucknow's home ground, where Lucknow usually defend whatever they pose. So I think a very interesting game, and a game by two teams who are both right now right in the middle of the table and right in the contention for the top four.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So it was uh, like 163 was not that high of a total that could not be chased, but then Lucknow is known for defending on their home ground, so that's what they did.
Yeah.
And uh, getting GT all out on a mere 130. But still, till the time Sai Sudarshan and Shubman Gill were playing, so the game was looking in balance. And even at the end, Tewatia and Vijay Shankar were looking like if they stay right till the end, they can take GT home. But all of a sudden, the fall of a wickets became too much, and from 56 for 2, they went to 93 for 6. So that's where the game changed. So
Yeah, yeah.
that
I
that
think
was it.
I think we'll come to Gujarat in a jiffy. But talking about Lucknow, I think the biggest positive that Lucknow gained from this match is that Marcus Toyna came back into form. He scored 58
Yes,
odd runs, and he's very important for their middle order, because uh, uh, con- contrary to what experts are saying, that Lucknow might give a shot to Puran at number 3 or 4, they are reluctant to do so. I think they want him to bat at number 5. They want him not to have more than 10 overs. But that means that Stoinis plays a really big role for this team at number 3. And because Padikal is just not coming to his own. So I think a Padikal moving forward in the next week is going to have to move out, and Stoinis comes to number 3 then. And the amount of runs that he has scored will give him confidence to then take his time, settle in, and start hitting after maybe he has faced 20 or 25 balls.
definitely he will get some time to see off the uh, power play if he comes that early, or he can also get some time to settle in, because the Lucknow pitch is that kind of a wicket that
Yeah,
sometimes it's very so slow, sometimes it supports pacers much more than what is expected. So he can take his time, and also uh, his success is more important to LSG, because he is a kind of a player who can give you a couple of good overs in the middle as well. He's sort of an bowler who is mostly on the economical sides, bowling at an economy of 6 or 7, and
yeah,
he is also able to get some wickets also in the middle once he is
yeah,
in a good touch. So
yeah,
this bowling. the confidence from this batting performance would also translate on his bowling. So that's an overall good sign for
Yeah.
LSG.
Because also because Lucknow are a very top heavy side themselves when it comes to batting. So Quinton and KL need to perform at the top if they want to get big runs. Uh, in the lower part of the innings, it's because they're using Puran as a finisher. It's only Puran that can hit big. So if Stoinis he's just a really good cricketer, and he can hit big shots. The middle overs domination. If Stoinis can do that, I think Lucknow are a really strong side in their home. They any which ways are because of the pitches that they create, and then Ravi Bishnoi is just a as we talked about Chahal. So Chahal has been doing it a lot longer in the IPL, but Bishnoi is on his way to become the next Chahal, if you can say that. He's just very consistent with his line and length, with his bowling, takes a wicket almost every game for them, and it's very important for them in the middle overs.
Yeah, and he's an intelligent player and he's learning very
Yeah,
fast. So
yeah,
as he plays a couple of more seasons, he will be among the top spinners going forward in the IPL forthcoming seasons. So yeah, he is following the lines of Chahal, not really concentrating on the number of runs that he's being taken for, but concentrating on how to outsmart the batsman and how to
yeah,
lure them into giving their wicket up. So that's where Ravi Bishnoi is right now, looking good.
yeah,
So yeah, very promising bowler, and LSG would be eyeing to retain him in the
100%.
next auction as well.
Yeah, and another good plus point that came for them in this match was Krunal Pandya again coming back to form. Very very important player for them. Can bat, but is basically used by them in their bowling because of the pitch that Lucknow create. And there were two spinners there on show for Gujarat. Who are actually very very good in Rashid and Noor, but it was Krunal Pandya who came out on top, took a lot of wickets in the middle over, and would be really confidence boosting for him as well.
Yeah, definitely. If you see the stats of Rashid and Noor combined, 8 overs, and you see 50 runs for a single wicket. While if
Yeah,
you compare it with the stats of Bishnoi and Pandya, so 6 overs and 19 runs and 4 wickets. So that's a huge
yeah,
difference in the spin
yeah.
sides. If we
And
see spin versus
that
spin,
is where the
that
game turned.
definitely,
So
definitely.
but yeah, moving to Gujarat for this game, I think they did put up a good fight. There were a lot of positives for them. Sai Sudarshan opening. I think when Ridhiman Saha comes back, he again takes that spot. But especially because now Gill is coming back to form, Sai Sudarshan is consistently performing. It was a bad dismissal for Kane Williamson, but that happens in IPL every now and then, especially on a pitch like Lucknow. But Ravi Tewatia coming back to form, and then almost taking Gujarat home in this game, and then actually taking them home in the next game.
Right.
Uh, 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 good signs for Gujarat, a team that has been missing Hardik Pandya and David Miller for the entirety of this season. Still, still, performing and playing like a team more than individualistic kind of a side. Kudos to Ashish Nehra and the support staff, and I think a really really good side and a really really good game for IPL, because we don't want to see every game 230 and the chasing team either winning it or scoring above 200. These are the kind of games that are also interesting when you're 160 odd or 150 odd, and the team can't chase those runs.
Definitely.
Another side of the game which is very good, and I think what is your take on Gujarat and the tournament? How is it shaping up for them?
Yeah, so they are trying their best, at least to say, with a new captain, with important players missing out, with Pandya gone, Shami not available, David Miller out due to injury, Riddhiman Saha is also not available. So their star performers are all gone except Gill. So
Yeah,
now the impetus is on the likes of Sai Sudarshan, Rahul Tewatia, and even Vijay Shankar to put their hand up and do the heavy lifting for the side of Gujarat. So right now, yeah, they are trying their best to do that, and as they move forward in the tournament, they might succeed in this as well. They just have to maybe strategize around. Uh, Rotating their bowlers in a better way. So I was also reading up on Rashid Khan's lack of wickets this season. It's also he's coming on the back of an injury, and his speeds are dropped. So as compared to the last season, 70% of his deliveries in 2023 were above 90 kilometers per hour, and right now that percentage has dropped to 45. So that's where he's slightly missing that edge to deceive the batsman. So
yeah,
he's continuously working on it. It takes some time you come back from the injury to get into that rhythm that you were in before that, and to again gain your confidence and those speeds back. Just like what happened with Kuldeep, he had to change his action slightly
yeah,
to up his speeds. So same is
yeah,
similar thing is happening to Rashid Khan. So
yeah,
he's trying to get back to his own what he was
yeah,
before, and it will happen. Maybe it takes
yeah.
3-4 matches more, but it will happen.
I think the odd game they are winning, so they're in the middle of the fight. They're not letting the top teams get away from them, but the games that they are losing, they are not losing convincingly. You can actually see why they are losing these games. They're only losing it because they don't have somebody at number 4 or 5 like a David Miller, which obviously they've been missing,
Right.
that can take them home. Vijay Shankar, they've put a lot of their bets on Vijay Shankar, but right now he doesn't seem to perform that much. And they've always also invested a lot on Shah Rukh Khan, which they have not given him enough chances, which I don't see the thinking behind that. And also, last season, Abhinav Manohar also performed for them a lot in this specific role only. So they
Right.
have option. I mean, they have options. They just need to find one of them who is in good nick right now to take them home. Something like an Ashutosh or a Shashank are doing for Punjab, because they also are in the same situation as Gujarat at the moment, and just take them home, just score a quick fire of 20 or 10 odd balls, and I think
Definitely.
that will do the trick for Gujarat. And I don't think they're far away from winning 2 3 games in a row. It's just that
Definitely.
they're not able to do right now because of the lack of David Miller or a kind of player who's consistent in this spot right now.
Right. They just need to find an Indian batter who can give them quick 25, 30 odd at the end, or
Yeah,
help them in the chases as well, which get tricky at the end. So yeah, just
yeah.
a player sort of like Shashank Singh is doing for Punjab Kings. They want their own Shashank Singh in the Gujarat Titans as well.
Yeah, but I think Lucknow more solid as compared to Gujarat, as what we have seen in the last week that has gone by. Lucknow look a slightly stronger side. They have better options in their starting 11, just the way the side is because I think both the teams are constructed with the same idea of having a lot of options, a lot of all rounders. But Lucknow, I think right now just a slight bit more consistent than Gujarat. But yeah, both in the mix for the top four. What do you think?
Definitely, definitely, they both are right there in
Yeah.
the race for the third or fourth spot, and eventually it would be a matter of a couple of games. A close game lost by LSG would be a win for Gujarat, and they can quickly steal their position and get back in top four. So yeah, they are right in the tournament right now, and it will go till the end. Like
Yeah.
before May, we won't be able to figure out the fourth position at
Mhm.
least.
But Gujarat do need to get Miller back or somebody who can
Yeah,
do his job. But yeah,
definitely.
I think moving on from this game to CSK versus KKR. I thought this was a strange game. Personally, I thought KKR batting first buckled under the pressure of the crowd, probably because they haven't really won much in Chennai themselves. Uh, because they lost a lot of wickets and couldn't score the runs that they needed to. But it wasn't that the pitch had anything in it, because Chennai chased down their 137 odd target that they set quite easily, and Kolkata themselves have a lot of spinners.
Right.
Do you think a strange game, an anomaly, or any concern for KKR in general?
I think this should not be a concern for KKR. They can just uh, they should not see this match as a downfall of as a downfall of their form or their momentum getting ruined. It's not like that. It was just a mix of certain factors, as they were playing at Chepauk in the sea of yellow, and uh, since the players that were firing for them, Narayan and Russell, CSK have figured out a way. Like they like we talked last week as well. Like if you don't give them the balls in their hitting zone, make them
Yeah,
frustrated, they will give their wicket up. So
yeah,
that's what the lines that were followed by CSK bowlers, and who is better than Ravindra Jadeja to execute that. So it was just the strategy. They got beaten at the strategy from
yeah,
CSK, not at the individual talent or some kind of a matchup. It was just the strategy that CSK came up with because of the uh, past analysis of Narayan and Andre Russell. Like these players are not new to the IPL. We have been seeing them from ages. So it was just the right amount of strategy put into the bowling plans by CSK that worked, and we can see that how Narayan was trapped by Jadeja. Even
yeah,
Ankrish Raghuvanshi, who was going good in the
yeah,
power play, but then again trapped by Jadeja. So these are the players who just want to let loose from the get
yeah,
go, and they were successful initially. But once the power play was over, uh, the CSK strategy worked wonders, and they just
yeah,
got frustrated and throw their wickets.
yeah. I think um, concerns no for KKR from this game, but a really strange innings from Shreyas Iyer, in the sense that uh, you're playing an IPL, you're playing in Chennai. They have a lot of quality batters. If you score 140, you're gonna lose this game. If you're gonna score 150, you're gonna lose this game. And if you're gonna score 100, you're gonna lose this game. The only way you can win this game with the spinners that you have is if you score more than 160 runs at least in Chennai.
Yes,
So
yes,
34 of 32 balls. I think Shreyas could have done a lot better in that situation. he was one of the reasons why KKR came into a lot of pressure in the middle overs and then in the back end of the innings, because he just wasn't going. Just wasn't able to hit the ball consistently, and I think that didn't do them any good.
Yeah, definitely it was not coming off for Shreyas Iyer, and being known as a good player of spin, so
Yeah.
much was expected out of him on this kind
Mm.
of wicket, and he wasn't able to deliver. He was, I suppose, he was waiting for the last 4 5 overs to cut loose, and
But then he didn't.
but then he didn't, and that time
Yeah.
never came. So
Yeah.
that's the issue with the KKR,
And he
and
also
I think
batted long enough, so
right.
he did reach the end of the overs that he must have been targeting or what, but it just didn't happen for them. I think in this game, probably an odd game, and won't really matter much to them in the grand scheme of things. But again, Chennai, CSK, it's their template, right? So they put a lot of pressure on the opposing team with the help of their fans. Obviously, you can't see anything else but yellow. They're shouting, they're whistling, creates a lot of impact on the opposing team. And then, as we were talking about that, Rituraj Gaikwad needs to come into form, and boy, he did. Scored a very
Yes.
good 67 odd, and they win comfortably. But they chased the total down with 7 wickets remaining. I think 2.5 overs remaining. All in all, very, very good day for Chennai in the Chennai template.
Yeah, definitely. It was a classic Chennai template win. Trap the batsmen of opposition with their with their spinners,
Yeah,
and then chase down the modest total that was
yeah,
set by KKR. So yeah, it was a classic
yeah.
Chennai win in the Chepauk.
Yeah. And really good news for them
And
that
good point was,
Jadeja is.
yeah, rightly put, Nishant. The form of Rituraj Gaikwad. Although it was a very slow-paced innings, but at least he spent some time on the middle and got his confidence back. The strokes were
Yeah,
coming, and he played some nice shots, even on the spinners coming down the ground, and then
yeah,
playing cover drives on the off and the cuts. So classic Rituraj Gaikwad innings, and he would gain a lot of confidence out of
yeah.
this.
I think for Rituraj, a slow inning didn't really matter, because what he needed to do was face some balls, because there was just no total on the board. So even if Rituraj, scored a slow 60 something, they still won with a lot of wickets in hand and a few overs remaining. So I think for Rituraj, it's not it's least of his concern. All he wanted was to get a good score. So yeah, he did that, and that what I was saying was that Jadeja coming into form, taking wickets in the middle is a big plus for them. They
Definitely.
do have a lot of quality spinners, but the leader in that middle order pack is Jadeja. And it's a really good news for Chennai that, because they had lost a few games coming into this one, back to back losses. Chennai never does happen with Chennai, but it did. But they went to the winning ways after this match, and yeah, a really good team performance from Chennai, and puts them in a good stead in the coming weeks. What do you think?
Definitely, definitely. It places them at a good position in the table, and uh, they will be now confident enough to make their way back to the top two as they
Yeah,
go forward in the tournament. So yeah, a good game for
yeah,
Chennai, breaking the losing streak. Yeah,
yeah. So again, they're sitting pretty at the fourth spot. Is it in the table? And I mean, there's not much of a concern for them, apart from obviously Mumbai train coming up every now and then. So that would be a concern for them. But for all four teams right now. So Rajasthan, I don't think they're concerned of anyone right now apart from their own form. But Lucknow, KKR, and Chennai, all of them are sitting pretty with a very good chance. Moving on from this match to the Tuesday game that happened between Sunrisers and Punjab. I gave uh, I thought that Sunrisers had a power to beat Punjab quite easily, but you favored Punjab in this game, and rightly so, because this game was, I think, one of the games of the previous week, because it just went right down the wire, and a really exciting game. Once one team scoring 182 and the other reaching 180, just lost by not 2 runs. Amazing game of IPL. What do you think about this game and these two sides in general?
Definitely. So yeah, on paper, the Hyderabad side was looking much powerful
Yeah,
than the Punjab side. But when you are at their own home ground in the Mullapur Stadium, Punjab have a more experience on playing those kind of pitches, and they showed it as well. And the game went right down to the wire, and I was thinking that it would be a repeat of what happened last week, and when they uh, like Shashank and Ashutosh chased down that total, and I was thinking that it's going again the same way, but it was just bad luck that in the last over they couldn't make it through. But a really brave fight put up by Punjab against a superior side, at least from batting perspective. So yeah, great show from Jitesh, Shashank, and Ashutosh Sharma again. What a player
yeah.
he is.
Yeah, amazing. But I think we're gonna go to Punjab, but let's start with Hyderabad for this game. So uh, during the start of the season, when we were doing our preview show, we had a discussion about Hyderabad, and we said that if I remember correctly, that the Indian core batting needs to come good if they need to do something in the tournament. We were pinning our hopes on Rahul Tripathi and Mayank Agarwal to actually come good in this tournament, because Abhishek Sharma, we both knew that he will perform. He is a good talent who's coming up the ranks. But
Right.
over the past 3 weeks, neither Mayank nor Rahul Tripathi has actually performed. So they hedged their bets, put in a youngster by the name of Nitish Kumar Reddy in the middle order, and let Travis Head open with Abhishek. And boy, did it pay off. Nitish scored a wonderful 64. And I think they have found that Indian batter that they were looking for.
Definitely, yeah. Like I was not even aware of his name since this inning came
Yeah,
by. So yeah,
yeah,
really, this is coming out to be a really good season where the youngsters are coming up for each side and putting their hand up and giving match-winning performances. And
yeah,
uh, it is a very good sign because Nitish is just 20 years old and he's an all-rounder. So
yeah,
if he develops well, he can
yeah,
also give some good bowling overs in the middle for Hyderabad. So that's one more bowling option for them.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's a great sight, and he did that in this match as well, and got one wicket. Although he was slightly on the expensive side, but as he progresses in the tournament and he gets more bowling chances, he will be giving better performances from the ball as well. So
yeah, yeah.
good signs.
Yeah, I think another really good thing that's been happening to Hyderabad is the form of Patty Cummins. I
Yes,
mean, the team as such is not performing to the potential as it should, because Heinrich Klaassen one or two good innings in the start first week of IPL, but not after that. But Patty Cummins is consistently delivering with the ball, and that keeps them in good stead, because that means that even if they score and 180 odd, which they did in this game, they have the ability to restrict the opposition. And
Correct,
Bhuvi
correct.
as well,
That's
for that matter. Bhuvi is an IPL legend, but yeah, still continues to perform the way that he does.
definitely, definitely. Even when he does not take wickets, he is mostly on the uh, uh, left side of, or the lower side of 20s or 30s. Like 4 overs 30 runs, no wickets is still a
Yeah,
it's still a good performance, when you are, especially when you are bowling death
yeah,
overs as well. So yeah,
yeah.
he is
I think
also proving to be a great asset for Hyderabad.
Yeah, I think looking at the Hyderabad side, Abhishek Kumar has performed a few good knocks. Travis Head has performed a few good knocks. Then Klassen has performed a few good knocks. I think now in the coming week of IPL, Markram needs to come good for them if they want to go further in the tournament. He is the now the only player who hasn't had even one good inning in the first 3 weeks, and uh, was the captain last time. It's hard to drop him from the side also, because if it's a turning pitch, he can give a few overs to them. But Aiden Markram, a very established player, a very good player, needs to bat well now.
Yeah, he needs to deliver on the promise that his side expects from Makram. And also another player would be, I think, Abdul Samad. He played a good handy knock down the lower order in this match, so he also needs to keep it consistent moving forward in the tournament. So when the big players fail to deliver, he, along with Nitish Reddy, can pick up the mantle and at least give them a fighting chance in the upcoming matches.
Yeah, certainly. Moving to Punjab, the same issue with Punjab that has been haunting them the entire first half of the season, or first third of the season, if you may call it, is the form of Johnny Bairstow.
Yeah,
Uh, I think now is the time that they have to swallow the hard pill and the bitter pill and drop him, because it's just not working out for Johnny Bairstow. And if it's not working out for him, then they're just not getting the runs at the top. There's a stat floating around that out of the six lowest scores in the power play this year, three of them are from Punjab, uh, which doesn't keep the hopes high for Punjab.
definitely. And I think they can try out Riley Russo at least. Uh, he might be not as attacking, not as destructive as Johnny Bairstow, but at least he will, if he can give them some 20-30 runs to Punjab from the top and solidify their starts in the power plays. That would be a good strategy to have in the matches coming up, because
I,
uh, single digit scores are not helping Johnny
yeah.
Bairstow, neither they are helping Punjab. So at least someone even who can maybe a 35 on 25 balls, that's better than getting a zero or a single digit score.
No, and even what you said, right? Riley Russo, there's a myth that like he's not as destructive as Johnny Bairstow, because that's simply not the case. All over the world where he has played T20, he's a huge name. He's a destroyer. He can score really fast and take the game away from the opposition. It's just that he was playing in Delhi last season and just didn't deliver for Delhi, and hasn't had that game in IPL where he raises his name to somebody that people consider, but it's also not got enough chances consistently to perform to that level. But since we have given enough now, I think chances to Johnny Bairstow, it's six odd games that he has played without delivering at the top. I think Riley Russo now deserves a chance to get an equal number of games and see if in those 6 games it's just 1 or 2 innings probably where he can get a quick fire 60 or 40 balls. I mean that is what Punjab needs, because they already have Shashank, Jitesh, and Ashutosh, who are very good at the death, and Ashutosh and Shashank specifically have been performing really well.
Yeah,
It's just that they need a player in place of Bairstow who will give them some run, because it's just not working out for Bairstow.
definitely. Yeah, they need some platform to capitalize on in the death overs. So yeah, I think now it's 6 matches are good enough for a player to come into his own and start performing. And if it's not happening, I think it's fair that Riley Russo should be tried out, and it's fair game for him to come in the opening along with Shikhar Dhawan, and at least they have to give him 3 games and try him out like what he can do. So yeah.
Yeah, I think, but yeah, good news for Punjab in the form of a not so young Shashank and a very young Ashutosh.
Yes.
Two finds of the season for them, consistently performing, consistently providing runs at the death. I think they have something to build on now. Going to the
Yes.
week 4 of IPL. See, week 4 is going to be crucial for teams in the middle pack. So, be it
Yes.
Punjab, Sunrisers, Delhi, or Gujarat
Gujarat.
for that matter.
Yes.
Yeah, so these 4 teams now in week 4 need to have at least 2 wins back to back if they want to stake a claim in the top 4. Otherwise, the top 4 will just run away, and Mumbai, which will pull one of them down eventually.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
I think Punjab is in a it could have been in a better place, but it's still not in the worst place as we thought it might be. So yeah, I think it's a good enough place where Punjab find themselves, and now they need to put some consistent performances. Where do you see these two teams in the overall picture? Who do you think is right now stronger?
I think Hyderabad still have a better chance than Punjab. But if that Riley Russo move works for Punjab, then Punjab is also a very solid team to move up in the order on on the points table, because the Indian trio that they have figured out in form of Jitesh, Ashutosh, and Shashank, they
Yeah.
have their death overs sorted in terms of the batting, whether they are playing first or they are chasing. They have tested this trio in both the situations, so they have this figure out. uh, they just need someone to support Shikhar Dhawan at the top. So I think Riley Russo, if that move comes good, then I think SRH and Punjab both are at equal footing.
I think uh, I think the thing that's happening that is a very good news for Punjab is the form of Kagiso Rabada. I think
Yes.
after Jasprit Bumrah, the second best pacer in this year's IPL, performing consistently, taking wickets, not conceding runs. Uh, when Rabada is at his game, they're very. I think only Jasprit Bumrah who can be better than him. Rabada is just too good and delivering this year for Punjab.
Definitely, definitely, and he is quite a handy batter as well.
Yeah.
If there are a few 8 to 10 runs are required, and you need someone who is a big hitter and can at least try his hand out at the end. So yeah, he is quite handy in that department as well. So it's a great asset for Punjab to have.
And one of the reasons that Punjab still have an outside chance of making to the top 4 is because Rabada can and will take wickets over the season, because when he starts performing in a tournament, he goes till the end. And I have no doubts that he will be one of the contenders for the purple cap, though like every year, Kuldeep is Chahal is eventually gonna win it. That's what Chahal always does. But Rabada is giving Punjab a massive chance this year. So I think that's all the teams that we have done for this week that played one game or the other, but we haven't covered all the matches that happened this week. So let's quickly just cover all the matches so that we're done with the week. The another game that happened on Wednesday was Rajasthan versus Gujarat. Again, very close encounter with which Tewatia and then Rashid pulled off, and I think a very important game for the league as well, because Rajasthan otherwise would have simply run away with it. And if they get to 14 points with 7 games played, they
Yeah.
already have a queue in their name. So a good game for Gujarat, and also for Rajasthan
Yeah,
for the
it was a
IPL.
good game for the IPL, most importantly,
Yeah,
because the way Rajasthan was bulldozing their way to the top of the
yeah,
table and staying there consistently. If Rajasthan would have won this, it was like game over for at least one of the teams in the middle.
yeah,
So it was a pleasant surprise, and like Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan led the way from the top, and at the end Rahul Tewatia and Rashid Khan coming good for Gujarat and chasing this down. So the game went till the last over, and it was a really good game to watch as a cricket fan, and also slightly of a balancing nature in terms of the points table also. So
yeah,
gave Gujarat a good boost, and also sort of uh, can say a humbling experience for Rajasthan, that they are not unbeatable, and this will also give them more motivation for the next match. So yeah, a good game
yeah,
overall.
yeah. And then the next game that happened was RCB versus Mumbai at the Wankhede, where again this time Kohli didn't perform. It was one of the battles of the IPL, the best batsman against the best bowler in the form of Kohli and Bumrah. And this time Bumrah had an upper hand. He took Kohli's wicket. Kohli wouldn't like it that much, but I think really enjoyed by Bumrah. But then, yeah, Faf came to the party, Patidar came to the party, DK with amazing knock in the end, which gave made them reach a respectable total, I must say, of again 196. But they don't have the bowling, as we said.
Yeah.
Uh, and on the day when Sky plays the way that he did, I think even if RCB would have scored 240, Mumbai would have won this game then.
Yeah, they finished the game in the 15 overs itself, so it was complete decimation from Mumbai batting side, and they show how brutal they can be when the time comes. So starting from Ishan Kishan and Rohit Sharma, and then Sky came over. Even Hardik Pandya played a small knock, but it came at a strike rate of 350, 21 runs on 6 balls. So on and on, like they never stopped. They never took a time. They never gave a breathing space to RCB bowlers, and they took the beating that they deserved, I would say, because this bowling order is not firing since the start. So this there has to be a point of realization that had to come in the tournament, and I think this was it for RCB. And now
Yeah,
if they want to do some drastic changes in their bowling side or something, some magic wand they want to move and do some improvements, this is the time. Otherwise, like, they are done for in the tournament.
yeah, yeah. Uh, I think there is not much to talk about in this game apart from one thing that we actually need to talk about, and that is Sky. I mean,
Yes.
came back from injury. इसके पहले वाले मैच में scored a duck. It was a really important knock for him and a really important knock for Mumbai because they really need Sky to fire. But oh man, when this guy plays and when this guy is on song, I mean, there is nobody in the world, I think, who plays like him. We used to say the same thing about AB de Villiers. When de Villiers is playing, there is just nobody like what de Villiers could do. And the same is with Sky. I mean, there's just nobody as good as him.
Yeah, till the time Mumbai didn't start batting, Bumrah was the star of the match, like 4 overs, 21 runs, and 5 wickets. So I thought this is the performance of the match, and nobody would be able to outshine him. But when Sky came, man, what knock he played, and at the end he came equal to Bumrah in terms of the importance of the innings or importance of the performance, and at the end you have to keep both knocks side by side at equal levels.
Yeah, I think Bumrah still was for me the player of the match simply because in a 400 run game, if you are taking 5 wickets for 20 odd runs in 4 overs, you are an anomaly of the game and you stand out
Yeah,
and thus you win the game. But the way Sky was just hitting the ball, from outside off, going to the leg stump, and I mean, he would just slice a ball and it will go to six beyond point. It's just his consistency and his practice to just do the wrist work the way that he does and hits the ball to places where you can't just put any fielder.
yeah,
I mean, just a genius of a batter.
definitely, definitely. The more we say, still not sufficient about Sky.
Yeah. One thing that you brought it up that Bumrah was the difference. Imagine that's the thing that I was thinking while I was watching this game was if RCB had a Rabada in their team, this would have been
Yes,
a very fighting game because they did
definitely.
score a 196, which was, but I mean, RCB is just like finding themselves in a really difficult situation, and Mumbai are galloping, I think, their way to the top. So,
Yeah,
moving on from this game, we move to again Delhi versus Lucknow. Another interesting game because it kept Delhi in check. Of the above teams, they didn't let Lucknow run away with it, and we saw a new Australian star in the making in Ryan Fraser McGurk, uh, a skinny lad but hits the ball really far. Good news for Delhi, good news for Australian cricket, and what an exciting young talent he was.
yeah, and definitely, and he would be able to, with this performance, he is an able replacement for Mitchell Marsh, at
Yeah,
least in the batting department, because I think Marsh may not play in the tournament again, since he has to be consider the upcoming T20 World Cup as well. So he might focus more on his recovery and playing for the country. So I think he's a very able replacement for Mitch Marsh in the batting department, at least. And yeah,
yeah,
he's coming good for Delhi at the time when Delhi needed it the most, to stay in contention of the top four. This innings went a long way.
yeah. And also another positive for them, just Rishabh Pant batting well again because against in his previous match, Rishabh just looked really uncomfortable. Didn't really move his feet or anything. But this game scored good runs, showed a lot of trademark Rishabh Pant scores, and yeah, because the match was in Lucknow. Lucknow had scored a 160 plus. They never lose after scoring 160 plus in their home ground. Just never lose. So Delhi doing what they did to Lucknow. Uh, Tristan Stubbs could, didn't really have much to do in the game because Ryan and Rishabh Pant had already taken care of it, and before that Prithvi. So a lot of good signs coming in this match for Delhi,
Yes.
puts them in a good stead, and hopeful for making a good week 4 of the IPL, Delhi.
Yeah, expecting more promising performances for Delhi in the week 4, definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
And
and
hope, fingers crossed for Rishabh Pant's consistent form moving on from
yeah.
here.
Yeah, and then we were the last game of the week, which was yesterday. It was Rajasthan versus Punjab. Uh, I I thought a very strange game, a really strange one of those games that you don't see that often. A low scorer, and I don't mind that. There was a lot of breeze flowing across Mullanpur, really hard breeze. So players were not really able to clear the boundary that much. But uh, Rajasthan, let's say, restricted Punjab to a total that they wanted. The Punjab put all their batting resources to play, and again it was Ashutosh only who could uh, take them to a respectable total. But then one of the concerns that Josh Butler wasn't playing in this game. He sat out, so Kotian came in, and he's a young kid. He never batted in his career above number 4 or 5, so we're not gonna judge him that much. Jaiswal played a handy knock, coming. Looked like he's coming to form, but Rajasthan
Yes.
almost just let it slip away from their hand, and I don't know how they managed to find themselves in a position where they could have actually lost this game.
Yeah, like it was a similar kind of moment that happened last IPL as well. After winning their initial 5-6 matches, then they lost 6 out of their next 8 matches. So
Yeah,
this was sort of a moment that came into my mind when I was watching this match yesterday, and it almost slipped out, but then thanks to the likes of Roman Pavel and uh, admire that they were able to come back, and I think it was purely careless batting, we can say, when the game is your hand, the game is in your hands, and you are letting it slip so easily. That does not look good
yeah,
from a side like Rajasthan. So
yeah.
uh, luckily they were able to get out of this, but they should keep this in mind as a learning from this match. But yeah,
I think,
after this match, sitting pretty again at the
yeah,
top with 10 points.
yeah. I think very concerning for Rajasthan this game, if you ask me, because if Punjab had scored even 5 more runs, Rajasthan had completely lost this game. And as we were talking earlier in our episode, when if a situation comes where the top order doesn't fire, what is Rajasthan gonna do? And Parag didn't fire, Samson didn't fire, Jaswal didn't fire, and then Jurel couldn't, and Hetmeyer, though he took them over the line. I thought it was more to do with the bad bowling of Harshal in
Yes,
that 18th or 19th over, where he just gave them two balls to Hetmeyer on his body, and you just never do that because Hetmeyer is just very good there, and then he'll put you on his leg side. And if he would have just given one of those balls outside the off stump, this game was gone from the reaches of Rajasthan. So I
definitely.
think a concern for Rajasthan, but again sitting pretty on top. Week 4 looking really comfortable for them.
Yeah, definitely. Now they can, I'm not sure why Josh Butler sat out. Maybe a small niggle or
Yeah,
something like that. But
and they could
it,
afford to sit him out because they're sitting pretty on the top.
yeah,
They can't take the risk
right.
with him.
Right, right. So definitely, this win gives them a cushion for the next couple of matches. Even if they lose one out of those two, they are still in quite a comfortable position. So yeah, good match
I think
for Rajasthan to win.
I think Rajasthan have nothing to worry about. I think they're 75% already qualified for the top four. Something drastic happens and they lose 3 4 games on the trot, puts a lot of pressure on them. That's a different thing. But they're sitting on 10 points. I think 14 will be the total that qualifies a team for the top four this year. So it's just 2 wins that they need to get now. I think qualification is 75% done for Rajasthan.
Yeah, it's now more of a point to make, like finishing in the top two. That's
Yeah,
the target. That should be the target for them,
yeah,
rather than
100%.
just qualifying. So they
Yeah,
have done the hard yards, and now they should aim to finish in the top two at least. Yeah.
yeah. I think, yeah. And any other highlights for you from the past week before we wrap up, Divyansh? Any team that you thought played really well this last week, or any player that you thought was really good last week?
I think the consistency shown by Ashutosh Sharma, I'm really I have
Yeah.
started becoming a fan of him. The way he comes and without taking any pressure, he more or less plays every innings with a strike rate of close to 200. That's a great asset for Punjab, and he has age on his side. Like he's just 25 years old, so lots of promise for the future for Punjab as well as for the IPL overall. So yeah, good to see such kind of talent getting discovered with the medium of IPL.
Yeah, yeah. Similarly, I think a bit sad that we won't be able to see a lot more of Mayank Yadav.
Yes,
I was super excited for him to see him this week, and it's just a strain. I mean, he's just a fast bowler who will keep, keep pick up injuries every now and then. But
definitely.
hopefully, India wraps him up in cotton and wool and takes good care of this kid because he's simply sensational. I think a trend has emerged this week that spinners have just started coming into the game. Pitches have just started becoming a tad bit tired, not a lot,
Yes,
but
yeah,
a tad bit tired. So people like Bishnoi and Chahal and the likes have even in the previous game about Rajasthan and Punjab, Livingston was ripping it up and
right,
making the
right.
ball turn. So I think a lot of spinners going forward in week 4 are gonna stake a claim to get a lot of wickets.
Definitely, yeah. Spinners will come more onto the foray and front foot, moving on in this tournament, because now the pitches, all of the pitches are used. None of the pitches is now fresh, so the
Yeah.
pitches are getting tired, and especially in the day games, we will see spinners ruling the
And
game.
that's just another bad news for RCB and RCB fans because they don't even have a spinner, man.
Right, right, right. They
So
don't have a
like
spinner, and they they are also not playing spin very well. So both
because
concerns are there, especially
because
Maxwell.
even to play spin well, you need to play the spinners in your nets, and they
Yeah,
don't have spinners to bowl in the net. So,
right, right.
like, I mean, crazy. I think we started our podcast episode with RCB. We're finishing on RCB. I really like their support base. I think they're the best fans in the world, if you ask me. So because they have been served the same ugly looking food for past 17 years, they still eat it happily, joyfully. They turn out in numbers to support the team, not just in Bangalore but everywhere. And just I don't know what RCB. I think it's gonna be a nightmarish week for them. The week four of the
Definitely,
IPL.
definitely. Yeah. Even if they win, the chances are very bleak.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, guys, this was our episode for the review of week three of the Cricket Castaway. I hope you like it. We love doing this. I'm sure Divyansh echoes the same sentiments. Divyansh, coming up is week four, and I'm sure we're going to preview the week four as well for our people whoever are watching us. What are you excited about week four, and where do you think this IPL is headed?
Definitely. So, very excited for week four, especially the game on this Sunday. The what is called the El Clasico of cricket, IPL. Mumbai versus CSK. So very excited to watch that match. It's a game of two stalwarts of IPL. Facing each other head on, and that would be a great game, especially after Mumbai coming into their own and winning games back to back. So that would be a battle to watch out for, man. Like, I'm so excited for this match. So this is
Yeah,
setting up the week four as one of the most sought after
rivalry
things.
week. They're calling this the
Rivalry week.
rivalry week. Yeah.
Yes, definitely. So
So yeah, I
great to
think.
see.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's a wrap on the week three review by us. And please like, share, and subscribe. Keep watching us. Put your comments below if you think there are things that we need to improve. Obviously, this is our first foray into a cricket podcast, and we're loving doing it. I hope you're loving watching it. So yeah, this is the Cricket Castaway, and see you soon. Bye bye.
See you soon. Bye.